Oakland Raiders and the Houston Texans. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First down, Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates his way.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Carr gives to Rashard. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now on first down, it's Washington again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Here's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's French. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
second down, Washington. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's French. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. On first, here's Washington. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's French. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. On 1st and goal, Washington. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's a give to Richard. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment? It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Come back. Target.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Target. Two jet. Reset.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Come back.
Watson looks to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Watson making up for some lost time here in season number 2. He's got the Texans on the move with a 1st down.
Target.
From the red zone now, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Come back. Target.
Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this 1st half. And the Texans will extend their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed.
Super toe.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Low. 734. 734.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Get set. Go, Chief. That's right.
From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Carr to throw on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Switch. Richmond.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Richmond. Reset.
Now it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Reset. Come back.
first down, it's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Richmond. Do that.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Yo, Chief.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he?
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
I got him, man. I got him. He's mine. Come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That, quite simply, is Jeremy Hill, a very powerful, compact back.
He's always been that, even back at LSU. That's where he honed that skill, right?
Love to run between the tackles and take the contact as well as dish it out.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Richmond.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And Bullock will put this one through, and their lead will swell up to 28. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Richard, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo, and the Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, 7:34. 1, later 1.
Operating from the gun, Carr, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40, and a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. Oh, what a juke into space. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41.
734. 734. Come here. Go, Chief.
From the gun, Carr. And fighting down inside the 25. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards on the play.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
808. Purdue.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun, Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Watson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Come back, come back.
Watson now operating from the gun. Open man is QT, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Richmond.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Reset. Come back, come back. Tiger.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Texans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Come back.
To the air yet again. Watson looking deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 57 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Come back. Two jet.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Tiger. Blue 80. 2 jet.
The 2nd down carry for Irvin. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tyler Irvin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
4 down. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Down! 180! 36! White Monday down!
Carr now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Reset! 4 down! Check! Black 99 Philly! 6 guys!
Here's Watson now on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Tight end's right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And this is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Cooper's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw on second down. Carr caught right side. Davis. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
7:34.
Shotgun now for Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Go Chief.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Express. Hey. 4 down.
From the gun, Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Low. 6:37.
To throw on 2nd down. Carr. Going right side here, and that's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now it's Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I'm beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. On the handoff, this is Irvin. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
4 down, 4 down. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Texans on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Richmond. Watch the blood, watch the blood, watch the blood. Watch the blood, motion, blood.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They'll run with Miller. He will push his way down to about the 14. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Everyone's got 4. Reset. Check 31, check 31. Tiger. 2 jet.
And the pitch goes to Miller. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Tiger. 34, eyes on 34. Richmond.
On 3rd and short, Irvin. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Monday, down. Blue 80.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And this is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, here we go. Down. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Low. Down.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get down. 180.
One final try now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will